When Steve Pete was 5 months old, he chewed almost 1/4 of his tongue. His parents immediately took him to a doctor, knowing something is very wrong with their child. The doctor put a cigarette lighter underneath Steve's foot and waited for his skin to blister. After that, the doctor began running needles up and down his spine, hoping that Steve would start crying from pain. To everyone's surprise, Steve didn't respond to either of those tests. Doctors came to a conclusion that Steve has congenital analgesia, a rare disorder in which the patient is not able to feel any pain. As a child, Steve would always do something not knowing the consequences. He was frequently breaking his hands and legs without feeling anything. So much so that some students in the school wanted to fight him. They wanted to prove that he is not a special child and can actually feel pain. As he entered adulthood, Steve became fascinated by extreme sports and activities that would terrify the average person. He took up rock climbing, skydiving, and even pursued a career in stunt work for movies. His lack of fear made him a natural in these high-risk endeavors. And soon, Steve gained a reputation as the man who could do anything without flinching. Injuries to the body can be easily identified and taken care of. It's the internal injuries that Steve fears the most. Appendicitis is what really scares me. Usually whenever I have any type of stomach issues or a fever, I go to the hospital just to get it checked out, Steve said. Due to congenital analgesia, Steve is always hanging between life and death, not knowing when his body will give out. The memories of his brother still haunts him to this day. His brother also had the same condition, but his body couldn't take it. After all this, Steve didn't lose hope. He decided to use his unique condition to make a difference and became an advocate for those with rare medical conditions.